marine life and the protection of environment. The scheme was sanctioned on 24th January 2002. The work was awarded to consortium of TCIL, New Delhi, HITT, the Netherlands and ML Dalmia and Company on 16 March 2005. The project has been completed and inaugurated by the Honorable Minister of Shipping on 13 February 2012, and the scheme of establishment was planned to facilitate safe movement of vessels in Gulf of Coast, the safety and protection of environment and security of the area, and was established in the year 2012 with Master Control Center at the VTS Kandla. This is the picture of the tower at VTS Kandla, recent picture only. This is the map of Gujarat, all of you know, and this area is the VTS Gulf of Kutch, and that is the VTS Gulf of Khambat, and we are established in the Gulf of Kutch. Before establishing any VTS system, what we have carried out an RF modeling, that because radar is the main sensor for the VTS as stated by our experts. So we carried out a RF modeling where to install the radar so that seamless coverage of the radars will be there. And this is the system architecture of VTS. We have 9 radar stations, port monitoring stations, it is clearly, all are linked with a microwave link and dual standby, so that hot standby. If any link fails, automatically the second link will be taking over. So there will be absolutely no communication failure between any station. And finally, all the data are integrated at Master Control Center in Kandla, which is manned 24/7 by 4 VTS operators, 1 VTS supervisor and 1 VTS manager. VTS manager also has joined with me in this workshop, sir. He has come with me. The total VTS area has been divided into 4 sectors, starting from the west till the last point, that is the Deen Dayal Port Authority, Kandla Port. And each sector is looked after by 1 operator, and once the vessel crosses 1 sector, it is handed over to the operator, another operator, and like this one. And once it reaches the port control area of any port, the destination port, then it is handed over to that concerned port, then our role is over. This is the sector boundaries, which is just for information, you can see, sir. The main components of VTS is the radar system, then AIS, communication link, VHF, radio direction finders, meteorological sensors at BMS, which provides wind speed and direction, visibility, humidity, air pressure, rainfall, temperature. All these parameters are monitored by the sensors. There are 9 radar stations. These are the places. And apart from that, we have 2 S-band radars, one at Jakhau, another is Oka. The purpose of S-band radars already explained by Terma engineers. Then AIS, RDF has been installed only as an additional support in case failure of radar or AIS. Then the vessel can be detected by the radio direction finders. And VHF communication, we have stated that VHF VoIP based communication system. So from any point that requires the minimum power with maximum range, maximum coverage. Microwave links, as there are 30 links, depending on the line of sight and architecture of that and the geographical area, we have established 30 links, 2 links for each, between each stations. Then meteor sensors that have been installed at port monitoring stations at Kandla, Vadinar, Sikar, Navalaki, Roji and Oka. Local meteorological data in real time are assessed through these sensors. Then, due to geographical location, we have installed 2 repeater stations, that is at Bhadrashwar, Vanku and Harudi for microwave link. It amplifies and sends the signal to the next one. Then master control center at Kandla. Six port monitoring stations, Kandla and Vadinar for Dindal Port Authority. Okha, Sika, Roji and Navlaki for Gujarat Maritime Board. Apart from that, we have three terminals, Okha and Jakhau for Indian Coast Guard. They have taken the feed for their security reasons, and the Navy also. The services provided by VTS are of three types: information service, traffic organization service, and navigational assistance service. We are providing only information service. VTS is serving 13 ports in Gulf of Kutch. All are using VTS services. 6 ports are using direct VTS feed, namely Okha, Sikka, Vadinar, Navlaki, Rochi and DPA. All the ports owned by GMB and DPA, they are using direct feeds. Then Mundra, SR and Reliance use VTS web server feed, sir. We have given web feed through web server. Vessel bound for other ports such as Jodia, Mandvi, Jakhau, Badi, Tuna, also served by VTS GOK. Gulf of Kutch has few of the most important ports in Gujarat, including the 3 largest ports in the country in terms of volumes. Over 70% of Indian crude oil imports are handled through 11 SBMs. With the area close to the western border, it is of considerable strategic importance. Presently, more than 1,500 ships of various sizes, including VLCC, LPCs, are in transit in Gulf of Kutch every month, and this number is constantly increasing. BTS ensures the utmost safety of the vessels. DGLL has extended VTS service by adding web server, as I told, to the 3 Reliance, Adani, and this Sanghi cement port through WebFeed. The services can be obtained from any place using internet services with secured login. The service has already been provided to Gujarat Coastal Security, GMB, and 4 other private ports. That is in their head office at Ahmedabad also. Following parameters compelled to implement TSS, then traffic separation scheme, which was implemented in recently 2022. This increased traffic flow, and because of 12 ports and 11 SBMS in port GOK, GMB ports, these are the GMB ports, that is DPA ports and Tuna port operated by Adani Kandla. Restricted sea room for safe navigation, existence of shoals and reef. That geographical location is such that a maximum number of shoals and reefs are present, limited availability of depths, strong tidal current due to high tidal run, presence of fishing and inshore traffic. TSS was implemented with effect from 1st September 2022. It is mandatory for all the tankers over 500 GRT and all passenger vessels, mandatory for all vessels above 10,000 GRT on voyage to and from any port in GOK, and for others it is recommendatory. These are the notice. I'll show the picture, sir. This is the traffic separation scheme implemented. There are 3 legs, leg 1, leg 2 and leg 3. These are the coordinates of the 3 legs. And this is just traffic data from 2022 to 24. How many vessels inbound and outbound. Thank you, sir. I think I have not taken much time, sir. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to once again call upon Mr. Ajay Kumarji on this stage. And I would like to invite Mr. Rajesh Das, the Director of Goa, to kindly step forward and give a token of appreciation to the speaker. Everybody, let's give a huge round of applause for our speaker for today's day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker for today's evening is going to be Captain Indranil Mukherjee, the Harbour Master of Paradip Port Authority. Let's give him a huge round of applause and welcome him on the stage, ladies and gentlemen.
Namaskar, Jai Jagannath. First of all, I convey my greetings on behalf of Paradip Port Authority. So we have been an active users of this VTS, and since the implementation is coming, we expect some updates which will enable all of our users to use and harness its capabilities in future time. I won't take much time of yours. So this is the status. Next slide, please. So the VTS was conceived in the late 80s, and then the radar was integrated with it, and it catapulted the use of VTS to various higher levels. With the implementation of the AIS in 2004, VTS was catapulted to the next level. This was the past VTS scenarios which was going. Then after this integration of the AIS, then the ECDIS steps in, and then with the development of computers, the software brought about a shift in the change of the VTMS systems and our expectations. With the integration of the AIDAS, the ECDIS, the range, the accuracy, the reliability of the VTS increased. So next slide is that I have been previously serving in Calcutta Port, and in Calcutta Port, the VTS, we were the first to implement the ATON on an experimental basis right in 2005, the aid to navigation. Can you just press this chart? And from the Sagar control station, okay, from our Sagar control room, we had transmitted that ATON, and it was transmitted to a 9 miles away for the dredger for the Sagar dumping ground, and the ATON came very successfully, and maybe it was not highlighted, but that paved the way for a future course of actions. But sir, here is one alarming point. Sir, ATONs with this current state of scenarios, ATONs can be generated anytime from anywhere. So there needs to be a regulation for users of ATONs to prevent these misuse, and I feel that MMSI numbers should be allocated for each ATON, which needs to be regulated by the Ministry of Telecommunications. Sir, we also expect that the real-time wind speed, direction, rainfall, the tidal data should also be incorporated with the VTS. Can you press the next slide? Yeah. So this is the general concept of the VTS today. I have a small slide. Can you just play this slide? Okay. So they are unable to play the slide. Here the normal situations of the, so if it's okay if I tell from the behind, huh? I can explain. 1 minute. In the next slide, sir, actually in the video, I had made one video. So this integration of the cameras and the surveillance can be launched from the VTS control center. And since AIS transmits 3 types of data, the static, dynamic, and the voice-related data, so this is a valuable information our port database can use. Also, the weather update can be integrated with the VTS data like this way. We know that the VTS data, we know our current position, our vessel position, and similar way, the weather can be seen and the vessel's effective actions can be taken. Next one. Sir, we expect that the future VTS, the satellite imagery as well can be shared with the search and rescue crafts so that they can take timely actions and protection of assets. Also, we need to prepare our indigenous software where the same type of software can be used with sister ports, because presently 40 ports are handling this VTS type requirements, and including the major ports and the private players. So this is a small video which I have on behalf of the Paradip port, I would like to show to the forum.
Is one of India's fastest growing ports. And 20 kilometers away from me, smack in the middle of the open sea, a ship's just come in. It's one of hundreds that come in from around the world. Some, such as the ships from Mexico, can take as long as 45 days to get here.
Paradip, along with Kandla and Mundra ports, receive a ship full of crude every day.
It's moored to Indian Oil's single point mooring system. Built all the way out into the sea, Indian Oil's SPM has cut this ship's turnaround time to a fraction of before, while allowing bigger vessels to dock at the eastern coast shallow depths. What you're looking at isn't just any ship. It's a very large crude carrier.
It can carry anywhere between 200 to 300,000 tons in a single trip. That's about the weight of 9 Statues of Liberty.
Now at the jetty, there's just about 18 meters depth available below the water surface. But at the single point mooring, it goes all the way down to 32 meters. You're seeing me in an intrinsic fire retardant suit. I'm wearing it for the same reasons that's got the Indian Oil team watching the choppy waves. These floating hoses carry extremely combustible crude oil from the ship into Indian Oil's underground crude oil pipeline network. This is the beginning of Fuel's daily journey.
So I have presented on behalf of Paradip Port, I have presented this. So I expect the forum, if you have any questions, you can put up to me so that I can all explain your doubts. Apology for little problem which was having sharing the folders. So any questions, please? Okay, thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity to me. I hope I haven't taken much time of yours. Namaskar, Jai Jagannath.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I request Mr. Manoj to kindly step up and give away a vote of thanks to our speaker of the evening. Mr. Manoj Joshi, requesting you to kindly step in forward and give a token of appreciation to our speaker. Let's give a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally, that was the last speaker of this beautiful day. And up next, we are having the key takeaway of the conference. I would request Shri Vinayaka Rao, the Deputy Chairperson of Murmugao Port Authority, to kindly come forward for the key takeaways. Let's give him a huge round of applause, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. I think we have been hearing the speeches since morning, 10 o'clock. I think it is already 6, so I would not take much of your time. But still, I have been assigned the responsibility of just briefing or consolidating what has happened since morning. I would just take quickly 2 to 3 points of every speaker and important points. Today's topic was Port of the Future. The future of the world where we are living depends or is presently on softwares, the semiconductor, electronics, without which we will not live, most probably. "30 years back, there was no mobile or the communication systems were different, and today's communication systems are completely different. I think we look back, we were having the Ericsson handset of half a feet long, and we have the so we are into the different world altogether now. Time is money. How fast, how efficient decides survival. Everyone present here knows what is the importance of port, what is its contribution to the economy. Our government of India's vision of Vikasit Bharat and the aim of $30 billion economy, $30 trillion economy can be achieved only with the improvement in efficiency that can happen through the latest use of latest technologies. In this perspective, the NAVIC cells were formed, and to find a way forward for the major ports and the shipping sector in the country. The workshop was mainly intended towards understanding the new technologies available, because the different speakers from the organizations who provide services are here or were here. They have presented. Almost 12 speakers have spoken. I would briefly consolidate. In the prelude, our chairman, Dr. Vinod Kumar, in his welcome speech, gave the background of NAVIC communication cell, the need for requirement of understanding various technologies, use of private 5G for ports. DGLL DG Mr. Muruganandam briefed the role of DGLL in vessel navigation and other services for the coastal communities and other authorities rendered by them. In his key address, the chief guest, Sri Rajiv Jalota sir, stressed about the technology solutions suitable to the region, because we adopt the technologies from different part of the world. As it is, it may not be suitable. Use of past experience and the technology developed by and for India, he has stressed. The efficiency and cost of services and use of generative artificial intelligence and modern technologies was suggested by Jalota sir. Thereafter, 4 sessions we had. Morning session, Mr. Raghuveer Madhyastha from Intel spoke about the technology adoption in maritime sector, comparison of edge computing, cloud computing, the digital twins, preempt disaster management tools he has suggested. In the next session, Mr. Abhijit Chaudhary spoke about the private 5G, how it works, how it is different, the benefits, the issues. The benefit definitely speed and the security of private 5G, and of course the issues of spectrum, the cost effectiveness has to be seen. The next speaker, Mr. C.N. Rodrigues, spoke about the use of drone in ports. I think it was a very interesting session. Everybody was the most interactive session what I have seen. Drones can be used in different services like patrolling, estate management, emergency response, construction, and to enhance the port efficiency. The next speaker, Mr. Sachin from IDEMIA, spoke about the access control systems, contactless biometric, 3D fingerprint technology, facial recognition, 3D gives a fast and accurate solutions to our access control. The next speaker, Mr. Srikanth Bendi, explained about the container tracking system, the challenges, solutions, and various processes in handling and the benefits of artificial intelligence and IoT. Commander M. Asif and Lieutenant Commander Mr. Ankit from TREMA spoke about the radars, different kinds of radars available, various types of radar systems available, features of a good VTS, technical details, the issues, advantages, benefits of different kinds of radars, a solid state or magnetarium, X band, S band. Of course, certain things were going above my head. So, the next speaker, Mr. Jennifer Bujwala, explained about the future of VTMS systems, long range identification, tracking, VDS, exchange of data from VHF exchange data, use of VTS for oil spill, synthetic aperture radars, AI and machine learning for avoidance of collisions. Mr. Thomas Sautal from Ayala. I think it is a great privilege. I think we means India, DGLL is the vice president of Ayala till 2027. So it is a great honor for us. So he spoke about the emerging trends, technology and practices, concept of just in time, green emissions, how to reduce the emissions, autonomous ships. Over a period of 20 years, we may find like a driverless car, the driverless ships. We have to be ready to handle such vessels. Mr. Ajay Kumar Debta gave a brief about the VTS system in Gulf of Kutch, explained what and how the VTS system is working. Mr. Indranil Harbour Master from Paradeep shared the experience of Port of Paradeep and SMPA. The purpose, as I said, the purpose of this workshop was to understand the technology solutions available. The speakers have given the insights, various technologies, solutions available. We know that the time slots were very tight. The question answers could not be held because of almost 11, 12 speakers spoke within a span of 8 hours. It is for us to choose appropriate system in order to increase the efficiency, cost effectiveness. These discussions are basically a food for thought for the NAVIC cell communication. From here onwards, the takeaways, the NAVIC communication cell, I think the tasks further can be further designed. We say that change is only thing which is constant. In case of technologies, it is not just change. The quick change is absolutely necessary, otherwise we will perish. I conclude saying with the challenging technologies, we need to adopt to the new technologies, otherwise we will be out of place. I thank all the speakers for enlightening us with the rich knowledge about the technology. I can't take any questions, sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Rao. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to anything further, we have some things to be distributed to the speakers. Kindly proceed and distribute the booklets. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, for the ones who have not yet received the booklets or are willing to have a booklet to yourself, you can now download an online copy. We have a QR code outside near the informational table. Well, all you need to do is take up your camera, click a picture, copy the link, and I think your booklet will be downloaded on your phone. That's how simple it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 2 minutes breather by the time the things have been distributed. Can we have a mild music? Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally we have come to the end of today's amazing day. Well, I'm quite sure everybody had a great time and a very informative day. Well, to end up this session, I would now like to call upon the Deputy Director General of Mumbai, DGLL. Let's give a huge round of applause and welcome Shri Madhukar Gundhade ji. Zordar taaliyan ho jaye, ladies and gentlemen, for a vote of thanks.
धन्यवाद मैडम। हेलो। सबसे पहले मैं आपको प्रोत्साहित करने के लिए मेरा धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव करने से पहले थोड़ा छोटी सी रचना सुनाना चाहता हूँ, ताकि आप थोड़ा प्रोत्साहित होकर एनर्जी बनी रहे आपकी। थोड़ा गौर से सुनिए कि मन ऐसा रखो कि किसी को बुरा ना लगे, मन ऐसा रखो कि किसी को बुरा ना लगे, दिल ऐसा रखो कि किसी को दुखी ना करे। मन ऐसा रखो कि किसी को बुरा ना लगे, दिल ऐसा रखो कि किसी को दुखी ना करे, स्पर्श ऐसा करो कि किसी को दर्द ना हो, और भारत का विकास इतना करो कि किसका अंत ना हो। तो ये हमारा आज का थीम है, द पोर्ट ऑफ द फ्यूचर। और हमारे पोर्ट का विकास, हमारे डीजीएल का विकास, हमारे भारत का विकास है। और सभी ने अपना अपना ज्ञान यहाँ पर प्रस्तुत किया है। और हमारा जो भारत के संस्कार है उस किस तरह से है, दो पंक्तियाँ आपके सामने जोड़कर सुनाना चाहता हूँ कि आओ झुककर सलाम करें उन लोगों को, आओ झुककर सलाम करें उन लोगों को जिनके ज़िंदगी में ये मुकाम आया है, और किस कदर खुशनसीब है वो लोग जिसका कार्य भारत के काम आया है, जिसका कार्य भारत के काम आया है। Now I just come on to vote of thanks. Respected Sri Rajiv Jalota ji, Chairman IPA and Mumbai Port Authority, Dr. Vinod Kumar, Chairman Mormugao Port Authority, Sri N. Muruganandan, Director General DJLL, Shri Sharma Saab, Director, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, other distinguished guests from all major ports, officials from MPA, DJLL, ladies and gentlemen. हम यहाँ पे एकत्रित हुए हैं और एक दूसरे का जो ज्ञान हमने यहाँ पे दिया है और लिया है, और जिनके वजह से हमने ये सब कार्य किया है, श्री जलोटा साहब, उनके लिए दो पंक्तियाँ जोड़ के सुनाना चाहता हूँ, अगर आपकी इजाज़त हो तो सर। फूल कभी दोबारा नहीं खिलते, फूल कभी दोबारा नहीं खिलते, जन्म कभी दोबारा नहीं मिलते, मिलने को तो हजारों लोग मिल जाते हैं, लेकिन जलोटा साहब जैसे दिलदार नहीं मिलते। बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू मिस्टर जलोटा सर। और नाविक कम्युनिकेशन सेल के जो हेड है श्री डॉक्टर विनोद कुमार, चेयरमैन, और इन्होंने लीड करके इस बड़े प्रोग्राम को अंजाम दिया है, जिसके वजह से हमें काफ़ी ज्ञान प्राप्त हुआ है। और ज्ञान का जो आदान प्रदान होता है, सबके पुण्य की बात होती है पूरी दुनिया में। ऐसा पुण्य का काम किया है, इसलिए उनके लिए भी दो पंक्तियाँ बनती है कि नहीं? जब भी ख्याल आए तो आपका आता है, जब भी ख्याल आता है तो आपका आता है, आंखें बंद कर लूँ तो ख्वाब आपका आता है, सोचा याद कर लूँ सभी अधिकारियों को पल दो पल, सोचा याद कर लूँ सभी अधिकारियों को पल दो पल, होठ खुले तो जुबा पे नाम डॉक्टर विनोद का आता है। जोरदार बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज। And today श्री जलोटा साहब और डॉक्टर विनोद कुमार चेयरपर्सन हमारे बीच, और हमको इस तरह से मार्गदर्शन मिला है उनकी वजह से, इसकी वजह से इनका ज्ञान प्राप्त हुआ, उसके लिए मैं दोनों का तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। और in addition to that, Sri Muruganandam Saab, he is elected as a vice president of ILA. It's a big achievement, and he representing the India. Also, he is the VTS committee member in ILA. And in addition to that, with the help of his great knowledge and its support and his dynamic knowledge and all, we are achieving and installing the VTS in the Gulf of Kutch. And also we are installing the NIS that is covering around 7,517 kilometer, covering east coast and west coast. Is a big area we are covering. India is the first country which is covering entire area in NIS system. Shri Jalotaji asked me to visit there. Of course, now renovation is going on, sir. I will definitely show you the NDC also. So because of his great efforts of Shri Muruganandam, we are achieving this great target. And also we are the vice president. So, and in addition to that, he is organizing, and he will give up the big opportunity for all the experts, and also organizing this port of the future here combinedly with the MPA. So big round of applause, Sri Muruganandan Saab, and we really thankful to him that he is giving this big get together to all of you. दो लाइन चलता है ठीक है, उनके लिए भी दो लाइन बनाता हूँ. दोस्त कभी दोबारा नहीं मिलते, जन्म कभी दोबारा नहीं खिलते. दोस्त कभी दोबारा नहीं मिलते, जन्म कभी दोबारा नहीं मिलते. मिलने को तो हजारों लोग मिल जाते, लेकिन मुरुगनंदन साहब जैसे दिलदार नहीं मिलते. ये भी है क्योंकि उनका जो नेचर है वो ग्रेट नेचर है, और सबको हमको मिलजुल कर काम और एक एटमॉस्फेयर बना के काम करते हैं, जिसकी वजह से हम DGLL का नाम पूरे इंटरनेशनल में हमने अभी हमारा झंडा वहाँ पे खड़ा कर दिया है उनके वजह से. सो आई रियली हार्टफुल थैंक्स टू मुरुगनंदन सर. ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ दिस नाविक कम्युनिकेशन ग्रुप, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for gracing us with your presence at today's conference on the theme Port for the Future, held in Goa. This event, jointly organized by DGLL and Morgua Port Authority, has been resounding success thanks to the collective efforts of many. We have spent the day exploring crucial topics that will shape the future of Indian ports, particularly focusing on the implementation of 5G technology and latest advancement in vessel traffic management system. The insightful discussions and presentation have provided us with comprehensive roadmap towards the enhancing efficiency, safety, and sustainability in maritime operation. I would like to express our deepest gratitude to all the industry experts, professional speakers like Mr. Raghuveer Madhyastha, Director Business Development, Intel, Mr. Abhijit Chaudhary, CEO, Neural Network, Mr. Sin Rodrigue, General Manager, ID4, Mr. S.N. Sachin, India Manager, IDEMIA, Mr. Shrikant Bendi, Business Development Manager, Corsetan, and Commander M. Asif Makandar, Head of the Indian Office and Director, Terma India, Lieutenant Commander Ankit Gaur, Retired Lead Business Developer, Terma India, Mr. Jennifer Bhujwala, Chairman, and MD Atash Nor Control, and Mr. Tom Southall, Secretary, VTS Committee of ILA. He is delivering the online lecture to all. And Mr. Ajay Kumar Devta, Deputy Director General, DGLL, who generously shared their expertise and insights. Your contributions have enriched our understanding and will undoubtedly guide us. We navigate the evolving landscape of the port operation and communication. Special thanks also to the staff of DGLL and the Mormugaon Port Authority for valuable collaboration and support in making this conference possible. Last but not least, I extend my appreciation to the organizing committee and all attendees for your active participations and enthusiastic engagement throughout the day. Thanks to DLL Goa also, Mr. Das and his team, and also the officials from the MPA, that is Mormugaon Port Authority, who is organizing this event very successfully. And big round of applause for all the officers who are organizing DGLL and MPA. Big round of applause for them. As we conclude this conference, let us carry forward the knowledge gain and yes, he also, lastly, he's Paradip Port Trust also giving his presentation here, and it's also very informative, and I thanks to him also. As we conclude this conference, let us carry forward the knowledge gain and connection made today and continue to work towards building smarter, more connected port for the future. Thank you once again, and we look forward to meeting you at the future endures. एंड लास्ट आखिर में मैं आपको हमारे जो प्रधानमंत्री है नरेंद्र मोदी, उनका मंत्र आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि फूले गुलाब का खुशबू लिया तो करो, फूले गुलाब का खुशबू लिया तो करो, भारत को विश्व गुरु बनाना बहुत सरल है, थोड़ी कोशिश किया तो करो, थोड़ी कोशिश किया, थोड़ी थोड़ी कोशिश से हम कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँच जाएंगे, इसमें कोई दोहराए नहीं है। और इसके साथ और भी थोड़ी रचना सुनाना था, लेकिन लेट अभी ज़्यादा हो गया, इसलिए रचना और भी सुना सकता हूँ, लेकिन अभी लेट हो गया, इसलिए मैं कंक्लूड करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally the end of today's beautiful and awesome day. Well, before we end the day, I would like to tell you all once again, for the people who have not got their hands on the booklets, we have a QR code outside. You can just scan and get yourself a booklet copy. Also, everybody, thank you so very much for patiently being with me for this beautiful and awesome day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after I sign off, I would request the dignitaries along with the speakers to kindly step forward for a photo session. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Nishita Saxena, signing off for today's beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you so very much.